Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Solasta Crown of the Magister. Now, full disclosure, I originally recorded this next section a couple of days ago, and when I went back to edit the footage I found that the microphone wasn't working. So rather than post up what was almost a 2-hour video without any sort of, well, there was sound but there was no commentary, I thought I went back and had a look at my saves, and I didn't have any saves that went back to the right place. Nothing that recent, so I had to start the game again from scratch really and play again up to this point. Now, it's quite a linear game, so there weren't really that many choices to make, but where there were choices I did the same thing. It's pretty much all the same as it was. The only real difference is that a couple of the random loot drops were different, so Sir Boring's wearing a slightly different armour, as is our ranger. But apart from that, it's pretty much the same. So I'm just going to dive straight in now to the next section, where I think we're going to be entering this dark castle area, where we're going to be looking for another gem for our new crown.
The outside graves were likely for servants and guards. The mausoleum holds a few burials, but its main purpose is to hide this secret entrance. The most important graves are in the catacombs down below.
And by important, you mean rich.
It's a very important dialogue there, but it does open up this secret entrance. Now we've arrived in sort of an inner courtyard area, which is a bit of a stealthy zone, but there are enemies here, one of which is seen. So we're just going to walk up and start the combat here. We go first with Fluffy, so he's not in melee range yet. So I think what we're going to do actually is, it looks like there's a few enemies here, so we're going to start off by summoning our spiritual weapon here, just to give this ghoul a bit of a clonk. We'll do that first, like so. Actually do a fair bit of damage on him there. It almost was enough to kill him. I've realised why I couldn't summon that in the past as well. I was a bit confused in the previous video as to why I couldn't do that, but it's because it's a spell, and you can only cast one spell per turn, apart from cantrips here. He has got a bit of health, so I think what I will do is I'll just, we'll abort this and we'll go up to just melee range, and we'll attack him with our mace and see what we can do. I don't know if we need to use an... Yeah, we didn't need to use an extra ability on that, he's just dead. So that's good. Now you've got a couple of turns, and we'll probably hear them sort of shuffling around in this area, and they're going to try and climb over this wall to get to us. We've got our ranger. There's another ghoul over here, but she's got this spider climb, so I might just zoom up this wall up here and attack him from here.
Take that!
Favoured enemy, he's an undead, so we do a little bit of extra damage. I think it's a D4 or a D6, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, 2 hits is enough to kill him, which is great. So Boring. I think we'll bring him over here to deal with this ghoul who's sort of lurking in the back over here. We've already killed 2, so I don't know if we need to burn a divine favour. I think we'll just attack him as per normal. Not going to smite.
Well struck!
So we took him down to half health. I think we're going to be okay in this combat, so I don't need to burn all our abilities just yet. In fact, what I might do is, because I can't see any other ghouls in this area, I'll bring the wizard over to here, and we'll try to finish off this ghoul with maybe a cantrip. Try the firebolt.
Next time, I swear.
Wasn't quite enough. Actually, it missed completely, didn't it? Which is a shame. He gets a turn now, but it's a miss. So Boring's got pretty good armour class at the moment, so they're going to miss probably most of their attacks on him. They're still coming, climbing up here. So it's Fluffy's turn again, and I think what we'll start off with is can the spiritual weapon get an attack on this ghoul? I think it can, because they can sort of float in the air as well. Put a bit of damage in there, and because we didn't cast a spell already this turn, I'll fire the guiding bolt up there as well and see if we can do enough damage there. And we don't. It's quite a low roll for that. It's a D6, so we rolled a 1, 2, 1 and a 3, so very low damage on that. We will attack as it tries to get past us. Put a bit more damage in. And now it's her turn. So if we can possibly finish off this ghoul in one hit, we do.
Wait till the next one.
We can hop back down and we'll attack the one that just ran past us and see if we can take down a second one. It's got a bit more health. If we get a good roll, we might. And we don't. Never mind. So Boring should be able to do this. Again, rolled quite low, so that ghoul's still standing. Now we've got two that are sort of there to finish off, so what I might do is maybe burn a magic missile slot, so we'll just put a couple each in there, and that should be enough to win the combat. There we go. Now we've got sort of a blue box here, which is sort of indicating that that's going to be the exit from this area that we want to take. However, we'll just have a little explore. That's the stairs we came up. There's a bit of treasure there, there's a bit over there, so we'll just we'll come through this door. We'll go and check those out and see what we can find. How do we get over there? Oh, yeah, there's a way through. Bit of gold, bit of magnesium, and a bit of food. We'll leave the candle. Don't need that. Now beyond this area is sort of the main courtyard of the castle, and this is where all those skeletons are that we're trying to avoid, which is why we took the secret entrance. So instead what we'll do is I'll just drop our ranger into sneak mode. I think she's got the sneak ability, and we'll just go and check out this basket over here, but she's climbing up the wall. But we won't worry about alerting any enemies just yet. Again, a bit of money, got a scroll, a rapier, but it's just a standard one. We already have one, so well, we'll take it. We might be able to sell it. In fact, we will be able to sell it. She can just knock down this block, maybe. She's up here. No. Yeah. There we go. So what we're going to do, we're just going to hop her down here, and we'll come out of sneak mode as it's a bit slow. I love walking up and down these walls. I think that's great. Yeah, so we'll come out of cautious mode. We'll get the whole party in. Instead of going into the big courtyard and have a big fight there, we're just going to sort of try and get into the next area.
This drain could be a way in.
Into what? The bathroom's one way and a cesspool the other? Suppose we get down there and it's just 6-inch pipes.
Then we'll look for another way in. But let's try it first.
He's such a Debbie Downer, isn't he, Sabori? He's always, you know, got something critical or pessimistic to say.
Tell me we're not going back in there.
No, we shouldn't need to. We'll just go up here, we'll search a couple of things that are in this room. There's no enemies here. A scroll of Revivify, that's worth quite a bit of money, so although our crown can currently do that, so we don't need that, but we'll sell it and get a bit of gold. See, there's something here to interact with, a little book. It sounds like it's done something, and I think it's opened up this section of wall over here. Now these both these entrances sort of lead into the same area, but I think the door's locked, and they've possibly put that switch there just so that if you don't have a character who can lockpick, you can still get in. There's some zombies shuffling towards us. So we'll have another fight here. Again, there's quite a few of them, so although it's another spell slot, we can only do it 3 times between rests. That's the only thing. So I might not summon the spiritual weapon, actually. And maybe we'll just switch to our crossbow and sort of take these. They're fairly basic enemies, the zombies, so we'll just try and whittle them down. I don't think they can really do too much harm to us, so it'll make the fight a bit longer, not using our best abilities, but if we come up into a big fight later on, it means that we'll still have those available. Again, I kind of want to preserve the spells, so let's just use our firebolt and we'll maybe take this one, finish this one down. Yeah, that's enough.
One foe down.
Won't worry about moving. Okay. Again, I think we'll just do the basic attacks, I think. We're not quite taking them down in one hit, but two hits is going to be enough. Well, I might even go melee. Just for the extra AC. It doesn't do very much damage with it. It's the only thing, 4. I think what's it? It's a D6 on that. Plus 2. I think because they're vulnerable to it. Or maybe they're not. This zombie's gone into melee range now, which is a bit annoying. I should have moved her really. Maybe I'll try. Oh, there, Burning Hands is level 1, isn't it? Maybe we'll try the acid. Is that a melee? Yes, so let's put a bit of acid splash on that. Fails the save. Oh, it's immune to poison. It did fail the save, but we don't do anything. I didn't realise they were immune to poison. Makes sense being dead, I suppose. I'll do a second attack on this one.
Go to hell!
There we go. Now, these are both full health, so we'll just pick this one. Put in a couple of attacks. Might be enough. Not quite. I think it's probably on about 1 or 2 hit points left. Tries to shove us, fails. Misses its attack, so I don't think they actually landed any damage on us. I don't think they have.
Die!
Oh, did some decent damage that time. I wonder why that is. Well, we get the 2d6 there, not sure. If I try this, it's going to be disadvantaged, isn't it? Let's try it on this one. It doesn't really matter if it misses. But it doesn't. It hits and killed that one. Oh, that's their first successful attack. Rolled quite high. So we'll take revenge, we'll hit it back. And kill it. And that should be pretty much that, hopefully.
Take that.
Good. They're all grouped together, so we'll search one of these piles and just see if there's anything there we might want. It's darts. We'll take that bit of loot. Take the arrows, as we sometimes use those, but otherwise, yeah, that's about it for that. Let's head over here first to see what's in this direction. And it looks like this is a bit of a loop, so we'll just carry on round. Not going to bother lighting these torches. But there is a little area up here, so let's go up here first of all. Great, so that's a heartstone. So that's a crafting material, a bit like this Doom Gem and this Oil of Acuteness. We don't have any recipes yet that involve that, but I'm sure we will find some at some point. Oh, I failed the door. Okay. We're rolling very low there. I hope we don't jam the lock. There we go. We're in. There's not much in here. There's a little end table here next to the bed, so we'll just have a quick look in there. And we found a couple of journals. We'll take the mirror. That's a bit of vendor loot. An encrypted spell book that's going to interest one of the factions, so we'll take that. And this is a journal. So let's have a quick read what that says. I'll have a go at reading it. There is quite a bit. Something upstairs to try and speak with Mardrak about it, but Aksha said he was resting and had left orders not to be disturbed, as usual. She offered to pass on a message, so helpful, but I know it will never reach him. For all I know, she's told him I'm dead. She may be planning to make it true. He's so shaken and addled from the cataclysm, he'd probably believe her. She could have killed him already. He could have been dead for centuries, but no, his magical defences are still in place. He must be alive. If only I could reach him, free him from her influence, but I can't get past her and her ghouls. So frustrating. I need to arrange a sudden meeting with a wooden stake, but she's careful. A bit of a hint there as to what the nature of this Aksha, what she might be. Adam's no help. He won't join... We haven't met Adam, have we? Adam's no help. He won't join me against Aksha without orders from Mardrak, which of course can't come because she's got him isolated. How blind is he not to see that? I'll never yield the castle to her, no matter what she does. While Mardrak lives, I have to keep trying to save him. Something. Searching the graveyard as usual. The dwarf was there. Now we've met the dwarf. He always thought I didn't see him, but I did. But now he's a ghost. Adam said he was an antiquarian, some sort of scholar, so I tried to control him and find out what he knows. I was over-eager, though, and he got away. An opportunity lost. He might know something that could help me get past Aksha and her ghouls and free Mardrak from her influence. Someday, somehow, I will get rid of her. I will. So there's a bit of conflict going on in this castle. There's obviously two people at odds with each other. It's possible that one of them might end up being an ally against the other, or, you know, at least help us get past something, but we'll find out. Right, we've got a laboratory here, and immediately two enemies have seen us as soon as we've opened the door, so we're straight away in combat here. They rolled quite low on their initiative, so we go first. I think I will burn a spell slot. We'll burn a spell slot on these guys. Do a fair bit of damage, which is good. So what can Fluffy do? Ooh, there's another one over here. I think what I'll do is I'll switch my crossbow and I'll try and take the zombie down using that. Oh, can't do anything else. Yep, that's enough to kill him. We can't move anymore, so we'll leave that there. We'll bring the ranger up to take on this guy. Ooh, wasn't quite enough to finish him, unfortunately. That was. And do we have movement to get over there? Not quite. We'll bring him around a little bit, so if he tries to run away and sort of get past here, we'll be able to take a swing at him. We saved against whatever he was trying to do. Yeah, so he's actually run further into the room, into this corner. That was so boring. There's a zombie up there. He's quite far. So what we'll do is maybe dash him in, and we've kind of blocked him in this little corner then, next to this table. So he's stuck. So who is it? It's Leodina. So we won't bother using another high-level spell. We'll just we'll cast our firebolt. A little bit of damage, hopefully. Very little bit, just the 2. That's D10, so that's a very low roll. We've got Fluffy here. The zombie's coming in a bit, so we'll take Fluffy a bit closer. We'll shoot at him for now. Won't worry about that.
More coming your
What
way.
we'll do, we'll switch back to our melee, just so if he does sort of come up close and attack us, we've got that extra AC. Got the ranger. Now she can come all the way in and attack this dark apprentice over here. He's got 13 left, so I don't think we'll be able to kill him with this hit. It's a crit, we don't.
You have them now.
Now what happened? He actually missed the attack. I thought maybe we'd missed the save, but no, he missed the attack. And we can't hit him with Saboring now, annoyingly. What can we do? Maybe we'll just leave him. We'll maybe dash towards this zombie.
Ooh.
He's only got 3 hit points left, this Dark Apprentice, so we'll just again use our Firebolt. Hopefully enough. Just enough as it happens.
Success.
And we'll just take a couple of swings at the zombie and hopefully that will be that. Can't quite get close enough here. But Saboring should be able to do that, so we won't dash, we'll just leave it there and attack here. Yeah.
Again.
There we go.
Harder.
Again, the loot's quite close together, so if we click on one pile, we should be able to search them all and just see if there's anything we can use. Bit of gold. I'll leave the bolts. Well, I'll take the bolts. We do occasionally use them. Now, there is a few things to look at in here, so there's some books. Is there anything over in this corner? Oh, again, there's some books. They just seem to... You can interact with them, but there's nothing to loot, it doesn't look like. But we'll click on them all just in case there's something interesting. I wonder if that's a Harry Potter reference. Is it like Nicholas Flamel? This is Nearlius Falamil. It's a bit similar. Could be a coincidence, of course. We'll loot everything. A bookcase over here. Love poem. I don't think that's anything important. I think it's probably just a bit of flavour text. So we'll go... so this bed is a campsite, but I think this one is lootable, so we'll just go and have a look at what's there. And we've got a bit of food and a bit of gold. Right. Now we do have the choice to camp here. We've barely taken any damage. I think we've been quite good about preserving our abilities and spell slots. I don't think I will rest yet. I wonder how close we are to the next level. Not terribly close yet, just yet. But we'll go into this next area. Ooh, and immediately another battle starts. What have we got? So another Dark Apprentice there. Looks like a few zombies. Ooh, what's he going to do? Casting a spell. Acid arrow. And it misses. So our wizard goes first. I'll bring her into this sort of far corner, so if there's anything over here in this fog of war, we hopefully won't get too close to us just yet, and it doesn't. Now we know we can camp, so I'm going to not worry too much about saving all the spell slots. We'll just fire off our best abilities here and just try and win this combat quite easily. So they were at disadvantage, so I'm going to fire all 4 bolts at this guy. Hopefully that's enough to finish in 1 hit.
Lucky.
And it is.
Perhaps.
That's so boring. So what I'll do, I'll bring him over here to this area just to kind of make a bit of a bottleneck here, so enemies have to come close to us and we can attack them if they try and get past. I could ready an attack. That's probably what I will do, but I'll just to get the Divine Favour going first. We do a bit more damage. And then we're going to ready a melee attack. So now if any enemies sort of get within striking range of him, he'll just he'll take his attack straight away, which is quite nice. So what we'll do again, we'll get our spiritual weapon going. We can summon it pretty close to next to this guy. Take a whack at him. Bit of damage, not too much. He can't come any further, so we can't cast a spell. So what we'll do, we'll switch to our crossbow and we'll fire a bolt at him. It looks pretty low. It does hit though. How much? It does 11 damage as well. That's not too bad. Yeah, so the zombies are going to come up to Zaboring. He takes his readied attack. We will smite. He was at full health. It almost kills him actually in the 1 hit. Oh, I thought that might hit. He must have 19 armor class, I think, now with the new armor that he's wearing. Bring the ranger up. Finish off this guy. If we do that with our bonus attack like this,
You're not coming back.
it should mean that we've still got our main attack. So we'll switch to our bow. And another difference is, I think in the first time I played this section, we actually had a +1 bow. We'd obviously picked up somewhere. The second time I played through, I didn't get that, so she's just using her basic longbow still. But
No
it hits.
quarter given.
We can't switch back. You can only switch once per turn. There's another Dark Apprentice in here somewhere. I guess he's maybe towards the back of the room. Oh, he's here. Looks like another acid arrow, is it? Oh, it hits this time. 7 damage. We're acidified, which means that we're going to take damage each turn until the effect ends. I'm not sure how many... Does it tell us? I think it's just the one round. I think the wizard a bit closer. I might go for that Dark Apprentice as he's got decent spells. I think we can see him from there. Again, we'll use our last Scorching Ray on him. He's got 22. 3 should be enough. If we do that, and we'll put the last one into one of these zombies. It's not quite enough. 1 health, 1 hit point. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Just whack this guy. Will smite, and it kills him. We'll just move him a little bit onto the other side of the zombie. But our dwarf will just take a... With spiritual weapon can't get up to the apprentice, so we'll just take a whack at the zombie with the spiritual hammer here. Doesn't kill it. But with Fluffy, what I think I will do is I'll shoot at the Dark Apprentice. So all we need to do is hit, and it should be enough to take him down, and it is.
Wait till the next one.
Now if I end his turn, I'll probably take that acid damage, yeah. So 3 damage, but it does gets rid of that effect. I've got our ranger, so we'll switch back to our swords. Take a whack at the zombie. And he's gone. Oh, I think we've got a bit of a cutscene.
Who are you? What do you want?
Now we get the insight success. So we can see how successful our different conversation choices are. We haven't got a sure thing, apart from starting a fight there. So we'll try and deceive her here. We've got a 65% chance of succeeding with
Whatever
this.
you do in the privacy of your own castle is your own business. As long as you don't do it to us, of course. But the thing is, we've come a very long way, and it's vitally important that we speak to Master Mardracht.
Really?
Oh yes, it's a matter of life and... well, you know what I mean.
What's it about?
Ah, I'm sorry, really, but our orders are to speak only to him. They come from
very
the
convincing.
very highest level.
Oh, it was not a massive roll, but it's enough to
I can't get you in to see
succeed.
the master, but I can help. There are some things you should know.
What things?
If you want to talk to Mardracht, you'll have
So this
to
is
get
Zaria
past
of
Aksha.
Grimhold. She's the one who wrote that diary that we
Aksha?
found.
A defiler. She lives upstairs.
A defiler? A blood-drinking child of sorrow?
Stay in the light. It's our only protection.
She turned up a few years ago, seemed interested in the work, offered to help out. And suddenly she'd installed herself upstairs, and no one talked to the master except through her. I haven't seen Mardracht face to face since she
Mardracht.
got here. She says she takes messages to him, and she brings messages back, but they don't sound like him. I know. Knew him. He was my mentor, my teacher. She's holding him prisoner, I'm certain.
So we'll have to go through her.
If you can. She's got a pack of ghouls. And those defiler powers of hers are no joke either. We've tried using force before, more than once, but I got sick of losing people.
Thanks for the warning.
Now, suppose we do manage to reach Master Mardracht. What's the best way to approach him?
Hard to say. The cataclysm hit him hard, and then Aksha. Who knows what she's done to him? The stairs will take you to her apartments. Good luck getting past her.
Cool. So because we passed that conversation check, it means that the other enemies who are in this area, and there's some zombies in these cells and stuff over here, are friendly towards us, so we don't need to attack them. We got XP for passing as well, so it's not. I don't think we missed out on anything by not fighting. So even though we didn't take huge damage, I think we will rest before moving on, just because we did burn some spell slots, and I think there's going to be a fair bit of combat coming up. A quick search of these things. There's a pile of broken pots and stuff in this cell. We'll go and check it out. There's poison. think that's it apart from the stairs. There's a book over here. We'll have a quick look what this book is. I suspect it's probably just a bit of flavour. Yes, it's that Neolius Flamel again. Nicholas Flamel. Okay. Embroidered silk robe. I will check if that's magical, just in case it's something for our wizard to wear, but I suspect it's just something to sell. Yeah, it's not magical, so not to worry. I've got the identify spell up, so we'll just click on these arrows. There's some arrows +1, which is quite nice. So I'll switch those to our ranger actually while I'm here. Give her some more arrows. Give the cleric some bolts. Arrow, bolts, arrows, and more arrows. I think that's it. And we'll just make sure we've got something in our slots. What I might do is put the +1 arrows in this second slot. So if there's something more difficult to fight, we can just switch to those and be doing more damage with them. What we've got here, put some more bolts in his quiver. There, we're going to go and rest now. Even though we haven't got enough to level up yet. Oh, but we're very close. 137 more is all we needed. But that's okay, we'll just go rest. I don't think we can really get that much in this area before moving on, sadly. Yeah, nothing to do here really. Now I can't remember, are we actively crafting anything just at the moment? We're not. I could do the battle axe, and in fact we did have this in the sort of first time round. So Boring was using it. But actually during getting back to the same point where he found this battle axe +1, which is essentially the same thing. So rather than craft one, I'm just using the one I found. Just trying to think if there's a way to get 137 XP before moving on. I don't think there is. Never mind.
Okay, you're tough.
Oh wow, we got it the exact amount we needed by moving into this next area. So actually, if I just skip back... Now the reason I'm doing this is that level 5 is quite important in terms of progression. What happens is that it means our paladin and our ranger will both get a second attack per action, which is excellent. I mean, you're doing twice the damage, basically, aren't you? So, well worth doing before we move to this next area where there's quite a lot of fighting. So sadly, a bit of backtracking, but I think it's worth doing. They must be very well rested by now. Yeah, so we'll level up. So nice big boost of HP. Proficiency bonus goes up, which means all our attacks and saving throws, etc. are just a bit more effective. Our spells are stronger. We've got a couple of extra spell slots, but it's the extra attack that's the main thing there. Pretty much the same deal for our ranger. Extra stuff, but mainly it's the extra attack that we're interested in. We won't unlearn any spells. We do get the chance to add a spell, and I think what we'll do, we'll take the spike growth so we can lay stuff down. If groups of enemies are coming towards us, we can make them walk over stuff that will make them take damage. Oh, now his turn undead has turned into destroy now. So for weak undead enemies, by casting that, we've got a good chance of just killing them outright, which is quite good. No extra attack for the cleric, sadly. Or the wizard. But I think we can now cast 3rd level spells, which is pretty good. So actually, for our 3rd level spells, I'm immediately going to take Fireball. And we're going to take Fly because there's some stuff that we couldn't get the first time we were in certain areas that using the Fly spell we'll be able to get to if we go back, which we probably will. Just seeing the paladin spells, if there's anything we want to add. Probably not. Sometimes when you level up, I've noticed that it can sort of reset your spell selection, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, so it keeps trying to add this protect from evil and good, which I don't want. Instead, let's try and add a 3rd level spell. Daylight. Now we know we're coming up against vampires next, so actually this is going to be pretty nice. We can cast this and they should just take damage from it just from being in the area, which is excellent. And I also like the Spirit Guardian, so I'm going to see if I can drop something else to get that as well. Probably drop something on this level 2 spell list, just because the spiritual weapon's the one we're going to be using mostly off there. So if we take Spirit Guardians here, which I like, we'll validate that. Yeah, I mean, I think we want Fly to be active, so we've got to take something else off our list. Now, I'll take off the jump, because the Fly kind of supersedes that, really, in terms of what we'll be using it for. Yeah, so we'll, that done, we'll proceed back to where we just were. It's a big coincidence, isn't it, that we got the exact amount of XP we needed to advance to level 5. I wonder if that's something that happens automatically, or maybe it's just a coincidence, I don't know. No, actually, before proceeding, tell you what, we're about to be in combat, so what we'll do, we'll do this fight, but then we might end the episode there, because I think the next section can be quite lengthy, and, you know, it'll make the difference between a 1 hour video and probably a 2 hour video, so we'll break it into 2. And we'll start off by, again, preserving our spell slots, because I think we are going to be in trickier combat. What I might actually do... No. These are... You see these windows? You can attack these to let the light in, but I think it's a couple of ghouls. I don't think we're going to be in too much danger, so we won't worry about that for now. If we fight the boss of this area, we'll show you what that looks like. Need to Misty Step. Yeah, this looks like a Ghoul Plus, doesn't it? Not sure what that is. Fluffy. Let's just try and kill this ghoul with our crossbow. Oh, do I need to? Yeah. There we go. It's like a hit. Not quite enough. Again, it's left. It seems to happen quite a lot. They just get left on 1 HP. Again, I don't know if that's something the system kind of has a bias towards, or if it's just a bit of a coincidence. I'll bring my Saily up to attack this. Well, finish off with this ghoul and attack this slightly harder one.
Kill them all!
Oh no, that's the unknown creature there. So this is just a normal ghoul. We'll get 2 attacks on it. 1 misses. That's a hit. And so boring. I don't think we'll waste spell slots on this fight. Quite basic enemies. Oh, that was a good hit. Why was that? So that was 2d10. I think because we've leveled up to level 5, actually, I think that might give us an extra d10 on those firebolts. So actually, they're doing a lot more damage now. And as a free attack for a wizard, that's pretty nice.
You're still in the fight, my friend.
Right, so those unknown creatures come in now. And crossbow. I think he only gets 1 or 2 of these per long rest, so again we'll pass that. He's not doing very much damage, but... I think we'll focus on this bigger one.
Well done!
Actually didn't get the favoured enemy bonus in that. I wonder why. I should just get a crit. Nice. So this should be enough for that.
That I like.
And we'll come around here and use our second attack, which misses, of course. It shouldn't be a problem though, not too worried. patches. We'll try this firebolt again, because that did some pretty nice damage last time.
A palpable hit.
Again, it's a 2d10, but only 8 damage. Never mind. Bit below average. Oh, we did 11 that time. So it does get another attack. It misses though. We'll just kill it up.
Keep on coming.
Good, and that's that. We'll quickly check this pile of loot that was on that slightly more elite enemy. It's just basic stuff though, so we'll leave that there for the scavengers to get. And we'll leave it there for now. So next time we'll be heading further into this castle. We're probably going to have a fight against a vampire for the first time, so that'd be interesting. And hopefully find this Mardracht, the master of the castle, and get hold of his gem for our crown. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you come back to watch the next video. If you enjoy this video, then please do like and subscribe, and I shall hopefully see you next time.